Good morning, students. In this video we will continue the chapter number 2, that is structure of atom, and today we will go through these topics: atomic spectra, hydrogen spectra, and Bohr's model of atom. Okay, till now we had read about the dual nature of the light. We know that light and electromagnetic radiations, they have dual nature, that is they behave like particle as well as like wave nature. Last time we had read about photoelectric effect and black body radiation, that proved that light also behave like particle nature. So the topic is spectrum. Now what is a spectrum? That we simply know that when white light passes through prism, it forms a band of 7 colors, and that band of 7 color is known as spectrum, and that we see in the nature the formation of the rainbow. So that rainbow, that band of 7 color, it is known as spectrum, and in the spectrum it consists of 7 colors. It consists of 7 colors which are VIBGYOR: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Out of these 7 colors, the red color has the longest wavelength, while the violet color has the shortest wavelength. So this is known as spectrum. That is the group of this band of 7 colors. It is known as spectrum. Now the spectra is of two types: atomic absorption spectra and emission spectra. What happens in the absorption spectra? In absorption spectra, when white light passes through a substance, then some part of the radiation is transmitted, some part of the radiation is absorbed by that substance. Okay, so the radiation, the light which that substance has absorbed, that appears as dark lines in the spectrum. Here you can see the absorption spectra, continuous spectra. This is the continuous spectra, that VIBGYOR. In the previous topic we had learned about spectrum. This is a spectrum in which continuous spectrum is formed, and the band of 7 colors is shown here. But in absorption spectra, the substance absorbs some of the light, and that absorbed light appears as the dark lines in the spectra. Otherwise there is the spectrum is the colored one, but that colored spectra is being separated by these dark lines which are present over here. So these dark lines indicate what? It corresponds to the radiations which are being absorbed by the substance. So this is the absorption spectra. Now we had seen that the absorption spectrum and simple spectra that appear continuous, there is no separation of dark lines between them, so that is known as continuous spectra. Okay, when the white light split into 7 colors and they are continuous, as one color has merged into the another color, so that spectrum is the continuous spectra. Okay, now the next is the emission spectra. Now what is emission spectra? When a substance absorbs the light, it goes from the ground state to the higher state. Ground state से substance energy को absorb कर it goes to the higher state, it goes to the excited state. And excited state is not stable because everything wants to be in stability, so that substance then comes back to the ground state. And when it goes from ground to excited state, it absorbs energy, but when it comes down, it releases the energy. वो energy को emit कर देता है. Okay, and then this emitted energy, it also shows some lines in the spectra. And as the absorbed spectra shows the dark lines, मीन्स जो सब्सटेंस ने लाइट को एब्जॉर्ब किया, वो एब्जॉर्ब्ड लाइट हमें स्पेक्ट्रम में एज डार्क लाइन अपीयर होती है, बट एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम में जो रेडिएशंस एमिट होती हैं, दैट अपीयर्स एज कलर्ड लाइंस इन द स्पेक्ट्रा. यू कैन सी हियर एब्जॉर्प्शन स्पेक्ट्रम में दीज आर द डार्क लाइंस. जो सब्सटेंस ने रेडिएशंस को एब्जॉर्ब किया उनके कोरिस्पॉन्डिंग ये डार्क लाइंस है, और एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम में जो रेडिएशंस एमिट हुई हैं उनके कोरिस्पॉन्डिंग हियर आर द डार्क लाइंस. एब्जॉर्प्शन स्पेक्ट्रम में जहाँ पे डार्क लाइंस है, वहाँ पे एमिशन स्पेक्ट्रम में फॉर द सेम सब्सटेंस देयर आर कलर्ड लाइंस. नाउ हाइड्रोजन स्पेक्ट्रा. नाउ वी हैड सीन दैट in the atomic absorption and emission spectra we got lines in the spectra. Okay, so the spectra in which we got lines, so that spectrum is known as line spectrum. In the hydrogen spectra also we receive the lines, so that's why this is known as line spectrum of hydrogen. What happens in the line spectrum of hydrogen? We put the hydrogen gas in the discharge tube, and the discharge tube is further connected to the electrodes. Okay, so that electric discharge is given to the discharge tube, and then the radiations or light which is emitted by these hydrogen gas, that after going through slit it strikes the prism, and then that give us the line spectra of the hydrogen. Here you can see this type of the spectra. We got different lines during the emission spectra of the hydrogen, and these lines are corresponding to what? These corresponds to the light or the radiation which is emitted. So these are the emitted lines, and this shows us the emission spectra of hydrogen. So in the discharge tube we had taken hydrogen gas. Okay, so there are number of hydrogen atoms which are present in there, so there are number of electrons in there. So each electron will correspond to different line, means हर इलेक्ट्रॉन एनर्जी को लेके एक्साइट होगा, वापस आएगा, and then each electron will give its own line in the spectra. So the spectra consist of large number of lines. कह रहे हैं जो spectra उसमें बहुत सारी lines है, so that's why they are grouped into different series, and that complete spectrum is known as hydrogen spectrum. So after all observations, Rydberg noted that the series of lines in the hydrogen spectrum can be expressed by this formula. And Rydberg here gave us the formula of the wave number nu bar, which is equals to 1 upon lambda. Wave number is the reciprocal of lambda. So nu bar equals to this formula 1,09,677, which is the value of the Rydberg constant, and here 1 upon n1 square minus 1 upon n2 square. If n1 is 1, then n2 will be greater than 1. n1 is 1, then n2 will be n1 plus 1. उससे 1 number higher होगा ये. If n1 is 1, then n2 will be 1 plus 1 2. If n1 is 2, then n2 will be 3, means उससे एक number higher value होगी n2 की. Here n1 is 1, 2, 3, 4 so on, then n2 will be n1 plus 1, n1 plus 2, means जो n1 है उसमें 1 add होता जाएगा, and this value is the Rydberg constant for hydrogen. Here this is the atomic spectra of hydrogen. As I already told you that we have taken in the discharge tube hydrogen gas that consists of number of hydrogen atoms, so there are number of electrons and each will give its own spectral line. So there are different series of lines which are obtained over here, and these series are named after the scientist who had given these series. Okay, so first series Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series, Brackett, and then Pfund. The series which was discovered by Lyman, that all were in the UV region. वो सारी की सारी जो रेज थी that were lying in the ultraviolet region, और जो Balmer series थी that was in the visible region, and another 3 Paschen, Brackett and Pfund, they all were in the infrared region, IR region में थी वो सारे. Okay, so these are the different lines which were obtained in the atomic spectra of the hydrogen, and they were lying in different regions, and these series are named after the name of the scientist who had discovered them. Here is the formula of wave number. This type of formula means the relation between different wavelengths. It was firstly given by Balmer. पहले Balmer ने दिया था, and for Balmer the value of n1 is 2. जो सीरीज पहले हमें इस फॉर्मूला की जो स्टडी की थी बाल्मर ने की थी, एंड देयर ही हैड गिवन दैट द वैल्यू ऑफ द n1 इज 2. n1 की कितनी वैल्यू होगी 2. So when we will put n1 equals to 2, then this formula is known as Balmer's formula. Okay, but afterwards Rydberg found that in this manner, means when we'll put here n1 and n2, then this formula is applicable for the complete hydrogen atom, for all the lines of the hydrogen atom, whereas Balmer formula, that is just for Balmer lines when we will put here 2. But then afterwards Rydberg found that when we'll write formula in this manner, then it is applicable to all the lines in the hydrogen spectrum. So this is known as Rydberg formula. And here the formula is 1 upon lambda equals to nu bar equals to RH. RH is Rydberg constant into 1 upon n1 square minus 1 upon n2 square. Here Z is written. Here Z is not written because for hydrogen atom the value of Z atomic number is 1. So, and this formula is just valid for hydrogen and hydrogen like species. Okay, like H hydrogen, He positive, Li2 positive, just for hydrogen and hydrogen like atoms. And if we'll vary the atom, then the atomic number will also vary after varying the element. Now Bohr's model of atom. The drawbacks of the Rutherford were overcome by Bohr. Rutherford ने हमें बताया था that जो electron that revolve around the nucleus in the circular way. But what does Bohr explained? He said that जो इलेक्ट्रॉन वो रिवॉल्व तो करता है न्यूक्लियस के अराउंड, बट दैट रिवॉल्व इन द डेफिनेट पाथ. जो इलेक्ट्रॉन रिवॉल्व करता है न्यूक्लियस के अराउंड वो डेफिनेट पाथ में ही रिवॉल्व करता है. मीन्स उसका जो पाथ है जिसमें वो रिवॉल्व करेगा अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस, वो उसका पाथ फिक्स्ड है. ओके. Then each orbit is associated with definite energy and these are known as energy levels or energy shells. उसने क्या क्या कि जो इलेक्ट्रॉन हर एक ऑर्बिट में रिवॉल्व कर रहा है, हर ऑर्बिट में जो उस इलेक्ट्रॉन की अपनी एक स्पेसिफिक एनर्जी होगी. Then the next point is that these are numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4 or K, L, M, N. Okay. If this is nucleus, अगर ये nucleus है, then this the first shell around the nucleus with n equals to 1, इसका क्या नाम होगा? It is K shell, and the second shell is L shell, and the third shell is M shell, and the shell after this will be N shell. तो मीन्स ये जो शेल्स हैं सिर्फ जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है इन्हीं ऑर्बिट्स में रिवॉल्व करेगा, नथिंग वेयर एल्स, और कहीं पे नहीं उसने रिवॉल्व करना. इट विल रिवॉल्व इन दीज पर्टिकुलर शेल्स, दीज पर्टिकुलर ऑर्बिट्स विच आर अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस, एंड द एनर्जी ऑफ दीज ऑर्बिट्स इज डेफिनेट, वो भी स्पेसिफिक है. इलेक्ट्रॉन स्पेसिफिक ऑर्बिट में रोटेट कर रिवॉल्व करेगा और ऑर्बिट्स की जो एनर्जी है दैट इज ऑल्सो डेफिनेट, फिक्स्ड है वो भी. Now the third point, that only those orbits are permitted for electron in which angular momentum is multiple whole number multiple of h upon 2 pi. Like after first class हम second class में जाते हैं, then after second third, then fourth, then fifth. There is not any class like 1.5 class, 2.5 class, 3.5 class. Not like that ना. Means just first class, second class, third class, fourth class. इन द सेम मैनर यहाँ पे भी इन्होंने क्या कहा कि सिर्फ वो ही एनर्जी के ऑर्बिट्स होंगे, सिर्फ उन्हीं ऑर्बिट्स में इलेक्ट्रॉन रिवॉल्व करेगा वेयर द एंगुलर मोमेंटम इज होल नंबर मल्टीपल ऑफ h अपॉन 2 पाई. कह रहे हैं सिर्फ वो ही ऑर्बिट्स होंगे, उन्हीं ऑर्बिट्स में इलेक्ट्रॉन रिवॉल्व करेगा जहाँ पे जो उसका एंगुलर मोमेंटम है, उनका जो एंगुलर मोमेंटम है वो किसके इक्वल होगा? h अपॉन 2 पाई. और दिस h अपॉन 2 पाई क्या होगा? इट इज़ होल नंबर मल्टीपल. ठीक है ना. ये जो n है ये किसी नंबर लाइक n विल बी 1 h अपॉन 2 पाई, और n कैन बी 2 h अपॉन 2 पाई, देन 3 h अपॉन 2 पाई, देन 4 h अपॉन 2 पाई, बट n कांट बी लाइक 1.5 और 2.5. ओके. एंड दिस इज नोन एज क्वांटाइजेशन ऑफ एंगुलर मोमेंटम, कि जो ऑर्बिट जिसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन रिवॉल्व करेगा वो ऑर्बिट सिर्फ कैसे होंगे? जिनका एंगुलर मोमेंटम दैट विल बी द होल नंबर मल्टीपल ऑफ h अपॉन 2 पाई, और n की वैल्यू 1 2 3 4 होगी. ओके. नेक्स्ट इन्होंने क्या कहा कि इलेक्ट्रॉन जिस ऑर्बिट में रिवॉल्व करेगा उसकी जो एनर्जी है वो कांस्टेंट रहेगी, ना ही वो एनर्जी को लूज करेगा ना ही वो गेन करेगा. सिर्फ जब वो लोअर लेवल से हायर लेवल या हायर लेवल से लोअर लेवल पे जाएगा, एट दैट टाइम इट्स एनर्जी विल चेंज, अदरवाइज इट्स एनर्जी विल नॉट चेंज. ना ही वो एनर्जी को एब्जॉर्व करेगा ना ही गेन करेगा. और सॉरी ना ही लूज़ करेगा, जस्ट जब वो एक लेवल से दूसरे लेवल पर जाएगा, ओनली एट दैट टाइम इट्स एनर्जी विल गेट चेंज. द अचीवमेंट्स ऑफ बोहर्स मॉडल आर व्हाट? बोहर हैज़ एक्सप्लेन्ड स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ एटम, जो कि रदरफोर्ड नहीं एक्सप्लेन कर पाया था. तो जो रदरफोर्ड की ड्रॉबैक्स थी वो बोहर ने ओवरकम की. इट एक्सप्लेन्ड स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ एटम एंड बोहर हैज़ गिवन द फॉर्मूला टू कैलकुलेट द एनर्जी of the electron in nth orbit. And then lastly Bohr has explained the atomic spectra of hydrogen. बोहर ने हाइड्रोजन का जो एटॉमिक स्पेक्ट्रा है वो भी एक्सप्लेन किया. ओके, व्हाट बोहर एक्सप्लेन्ड, बोहर ने क्या कहा कि जो हाइड्रोजन गैस में देर आर नंबर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एटम्स, सो देर आर नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को एनर्जी मिलेगी, वो ग्राउंड स्टेट से एक्साइटेड स्टेट जाएंगे, और एक्साइटेड स्टेट से स्टेबल नहीं होती, तो वो ग्राउंड एक्साइटेड स्टेट से क्या कोशिश करेंगे, टू कम बैक टू द ग्राउंड स्टेट. एंड देन आफ्टर कमिंग बैक टू द ग्राउंड स्टेट, जब वो ग्राउंड स्टेट को वापस आते हैं, देन दे एमिट एनर्जी. ठीक है, तो वो एक ही बार में वापस नहीं आ जाएंगे, दे मूव इधर इन सिंगल जंप और इन द मल्टीपल जंप. सो देयर आर, हर इलेक्ट्रॉन जब सिंगल या मल्टीपल जंप में वापस आता है, दैट्स वाई देयर आर नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स विच अपीयर इन द हाइड्रोजन स्पेक्ट्रम, एंड दीज आर द नंबर ऑफ डिफरेंट लाइन्स विच आर अपीयरिंग इन द हाइड्रोजन स्पेक्ट्रम. The series which is given by, that is Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series, Brackett series, Pfund series. And for the Lyman series, n equals to 1. It is in the UV region. For Balmer region, n equals to 2. For Paschen region, n equals to 3. For Brackett, n equals to 4. For Pfund, n equals to 5. Okay, so this is the hydrogen spectra. Here are some of the limitations which are of the Bohr's model, and in the next video we'll read that who has overcome these limitations of the Bohr. Okay.